Now in this video, what I'm going to do is help you at volleying. Now I see so many beginners and intermediate mistakes, so we're going to go through the mistakes and how to fix them. So the very first thing that we need to look at is your grip. Now you want to have a continental grip, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But a continental grip, if you don't already know, is the handshake grip. So you want to hold it like that, so with your paddle like that, grabbing hold like you're doing a handshake, okay? That is the grip. Why do we want the continental grip? Because you don't have to change grips from forehand to backhand. So that is why. So if you've had more of a grip around here, sort of like this sort of thing with your forehand, then you're gonna have to bring that round. You do not want that. So continental grip is going to make you much quicker just with that, if you're not already doing that. While we're on grip, what you also want to do with your grip is hold it more, and this is for all of your strokes, because what I see is people really holding it like in the palm of their hand like this. And so if you're holding it like that, what you want to do, bring it around to the continental grip, and then that's going to be a feeling of holding it in your fingers. So it's going to make it much better for your ground strokes and of course for your volleys. What happens when they get around more like this? So if you were to pick it up like this, then this is where you'll see people hitting them. This might be you, hitting them like this. Now you don't want to do that, so if you got that, bring it round more into your fingers, and then you have much more flexibility with your wrist to be able to hit the ball, as opposed to if you're really giving it a death grip like this, you don't want to be doing that. So get the feeling of holding it more in your fingers, and that's going to make you way faster at the net, and of course much better at your ground strokes as well. All right, so now that we've got the grip, now another huge problem that I see, because you have been told you need to get to the kitchen because you'll win the points more easily to control the net. Right, however, this comes with a caveat. You don't just go in carte blanche, just going in, hit the return, and this is what I see a lot of people do. They would just hit the return and automatically start running in. Now, the problem with this is, if you hit a crappy return that just drops in front of me, I'm going to go thank you very much and smash it, and you're going to be running in and you'll be the target, right? Or I just hit it away from you, but you'll lose the point. So here's the thing that we want to take away from this is, don't just run in automatically after you've hit. You want to see, now again, the pros do this, especially when they're doing their drops. They'll make sure that drop, and they'll say to the player, they might say go or something like that, to run forward, because they know it's going to be a good drop into the kitchen. But they might say no or stop or whatever when they're doing a drop and they know they've pushed it too far and it's going to get smashed away. They want to be back waiting. The same with you, whether you're doing a drop or whether you're hitting a return from the serve, you want to make sure it's a good deep return, or a good return just in general. If it's not, stay back, wait for that, and then you do the next shot. Whether that next shot's a drive or you try for a drop, either way, don't just run in, because you're going to come running in for trouble and they're just going to go smash, and you're going to be, as I say, a target, or they're just going to make it an easy winner. Now that we've got your grip, we've got you making sure that you're knowing when to go in and when not to go in. What about going in? There's the next thing. So here's another thing that you really must do if you're not already, and that's the split step. Now, the split step is incredibly important. All players should be doing this, and that is when you see the person about to hit the ball, that is the time when you're doing a split step. So here's what I see. People just running in, and they'll run in and like this. You do not want to be doing that. Your body is not balanced. You can't hitting them on the run like that. As soon as you see them hit that ball wherever you are, you're split stepping. And this is a split step. You are going from there to there. Now, if you're not so agile, it's an easy split step. If you're more agile, you'll jump, okay? But that gets you ready for the ball. You're balanced, you're active, and then you're ready, as opposed to just running in like this. You'll win so many more points by doing that split step. Remember, the timing is when you see them about to hit the ball, whatever that is, you're split step ready, so you're going backhand or forehand, and that's what you want to do, this split step. Next thing we need to look at is your ready position. Now you go, oh yeah, I do ready position, but here's the mistake people do. They get in the ready position. Now ready position is equally balanced between your feet, round about shoulder width apart, that sort of thing. Now, what you want to do, you want to have it around about chest height, okay? Now, anything, just here's a tip for you. Anything that's going, if you've got around about chest height, anything that's coming from, say, a drive and it's above chest height, it's going fast, then it's probably going out, right? So this is the area where it's chest height and around here, you're going to protect your body, but also you're going to be where the balls that you want to hit are. Because if you're up like this, these are generally going out, except if the person is hitting it right there, but generally they will be going out. So you don't want to be hitting those balls anyway. So ready position. Now, the thing I see a lot of people doing is they're in the ready position, they go, they hit the volley, and then they forget to get back into it. So they hit it, and then they're not ready again. You must make sure that when you're hitting your volleys, you get straight back into that ready position, because then if someone actually gets your ball and counters it back, you're there for it, ready to get back at them as well. So ready position when you're at the net, and again, when you've hit the ball, get straight back into that ready position. So then you are ready in the position. Okay, so your grip's right, you've hit a beautiful return, you're coming in, you've split step, ready for the ball. Now, here's another problem that I see, especially if you're like me, you're ex-tennis. We're used to, with a big tennis racket, doing these big back swings like this. Look beautiful on a tennis court, no good for pickleball, right? Because it's a small court, very fast game, and we don't need to be doing side on, all this sort of thing. What you want to be doing here is basically the opposite. We don't want to be going side on like this. We want to be out in front of you. Now, I've talked about this before. Think of a V, and you want to hit that within the V. So you don't want to have, and this is a big thing with us ex-tennis players, we're having big backswings like this. You want to compact, make everything compact with pickleball. So whether that's a ground stroke or volleys. So it is, get into the feeling of this, what we call punch volleys. So it's coming to you and out like this, as opposed to what? As opposed to, because you'll see so many people smash them long, smash them into the net. There's too much to go wrong with this, and it's not necessary. And you're going to lose time in this, because if someone hits it, by the time you get back here, they're back ready. So what you want to do, like this, right? This is what you want. Out in front, so if you're hitting them back here, outside of your peripheral vision, you're too far back. If your paddle is going back like this, your backswing's too far back. You don't want this big backswing. Bang, bang, all right? Like this. Get into the habit of decreasing that backswing so it's really just a punch forward. That's what you want. Now, so someone hits a beautiful big hard drive due. Now, there is no need, all you want to do is do a block volley. So this was a punch, right? So we'll get power. So if someone sort of loops this up, boom, as opposed to boom, like that, right? Now, yes, I can hear you say, well, up here, we can do that. But what I'm talking about is all of these ones around here doing excess backswing like this. We want to be doing that. Now, as I say to you, so one that comes really fast at you is you just need to block it. I see so many people smashing it back. It is not necessary. You only want to give it more if it's a very soft ball and you want to hit it harder. So when it's already coming fast at you, use your firm wrist, firm grip, and just block it back. And it will go back just as fast towards them. Use their power to get, so just make sure your grip is firm so that you're going to block it back, which is called a block volley, right? That's all you need to do. You can simplify, make it as compact as possible, block each time, and that's going to do you really, really well. And again, it's going to minimize your mistakes. Now let's talk about another big thing, which is, what about, you've seen Ben Johns do this backhand roll or the flicks. Here's what I'm here to tell you. Unless you're 4+, you don't need to be doing them. Because here's the thing, you want to play not to lose. So much of this in the pro level, at all levels, we should be building the point. Meaning, stay in the game. So many points are lost because you hit him in the net, you hit him out on the sidelines. Just go for, reduce your risks. So this is great in open play, and you can talk about this in the clubhouse, oh, that backhand flick. But when you want to win points and games that really matter in tournaments, you want to make sure that you are doing the things that get you back into play every single time. Stop taking risks. So what does that mean when it comes to volleys? Just hit them back. hit them back deep and into the center. It's your safest bet. You're taking the outside lines. In other words, don't be going for all these angles so you're going to hit them into the net or hit them wide when you could have just got them back in and make them make the mistake. Then they've got to get their pressures on them to get it back. If you're in the center, then it's going to put confusion into their team potentially, because who's got this one, who's got that one, who's a forehand, backhand, all that sort of stuff. But it's also, it's cutting off their angles as well. So you take the risk out of your shot deep and into the center, or if they're in sort of these positions here, at their feet, make them make the mistakes. That's what you should be doing. Build the point. Get it back in play, and you're going to see they're going to hit it into the net. They're going to try for too much. They're going to get frustrated, impatient, and you're going to continue to win points, games, and matches. Here's the thing that I want you to do, and it's going to supercharge the way you play here, is practice. Now, if you don't practice outside of your open play and that sort of thing, here's what you do. Next time you're going to play a game, you do your dinks as usual, but then before you go back to the baseline, I want you to start practicing volleys at the net with your partner, okay, with the opposition. And just do that for a minute. So your warm-up will now be dinks, and then you won't go back, you will practice these volleys to get your hands faster. And of course, this is going to speed you up and get you more confident. So the next time they do a counter like this, you'll be used to it, because what you want to do is start off slow and then get faster and faster and faster. So these fast ones that are going to come at you now, you're going to be going, well, I do this in the warm-up. This is easy. Before I would, like this. And then you're going to be so used to it, so accustomed to it, that they're going to, how did you get that back? We know the secret. You'll be practicing like any other skill. You get better at your dinks doing this, you get better at your ground strokes. You want to get better at the net. Start practicing these. These are going to catapult your skills at the net. Go back, go through and try them, and you are going to see a massive improvement.